Today, in Pressing Issues with Stefan. Today we press the issue of outsourcing, specifically outsourcing to Taiwan. Miss Joan Denizo, the serial entrepreneur and owner of Supersize Cycles, a small bicycle company for large riders. We talk about this issue today because a lot of people are against Miss Jones' decision to actually move over to Taiwan, or let's say outsource to Taiwan, to create her bikes, to manufacture her bikes at a cheaper price. Why? Why is it wrong? Why is it not ethical? According to a lot of opinions, of course, we say opinions in this matter because a lot of people argument from ignorance. They use arguments from ignorance because they don't know what they're talking about. They use perceptions and say, no, outsourcing is always bad. Never leave never let your company leave the country. Keep it in the U.S. Why? When you ask them why, they say, well, yeah, because when you leave, you kill jobs. Well, that's it's partially true. But we're going to talk about this matter today. First of all, we're going to talk about the fact that outsourcing creates more jobs in the U.S. actually. Secondly, why it's ethical to move over to Taiwan, because the labor conditions are actually very good there, despite popular belief of kids making these bikes or labor conditions being bad. People don't get paid enough wages, are really bad in Taiwan. Where does all this information come from? No one knows. Third, we're going to talk about the fact that Miss Joan Denizo is going to help reduce obesity. Far-fetched? I don't think so. We have data to back it up. First of all, outsourcing kills jobs in the U.S. Not true. According to the National Center for Policy Analysis, outsourcing actually creates 56% of jobs. Outsourcing from America, America going overseas, Asia, or anywhere else, creates 56% of manufacturing jobs and 22% of total jobs. And insourcing from other countries actually creates more jobs in the U.S. So what Ms. Joan Denizo is doing is actually maybe killing 5% of manufacturing jobs in the U.S. But in order for her to create about 40% of other jobs, including marketing, sales, telecommunications, you name it. So kill 5% to create 40%, we'll take that deal. Number two, Asia or the Taiwan labor conditions are bad. Bad, you say? Well, not me. People say it's bad, but why is it bad there? According to Asia Pacific Business Review, the development of HRM practices in Taiwan have gotten better and better and better over the year. In fact, 75% of companies are now have an HRM policy. So labor conditions are bad, wages are down. I don't think so, actually. 60% of Taiwan manufacturing workers, actually, according to, again, the Asia Pacific Business Review, is happy with their job, happy with the conditions they're in. Begs the question, where do people get the idea that Taiwan conditions are bad, working conditions are bad? Nobody has a clue. An empirical study actually proves that HRM policies in Taiwan are sometimes better, and in some cases better than the ones in the U.S. So hey, I want to go work over there because if it's better than the U.S., why stay in the country when you can leave, make more money, better benefits, and better job, better wages, right? Let's go over to the third part of this segment actually, which is obesity. Large riders already have a problem with buying a bike because they don't make bikes for them. Now that somebody does make bikes for them, they can't afford it. Why? Why do we do this to them? No. According to the TRB, the Transportation Research Board, if more people have bikes, if more people have the ability to buy bikes and the ability to get on a bike, more facilities will be made for them to use in the U.S. So this helps lower obesity. Why? You're obese. You buy an affordable bike, you have the place to ride that bike because the TRB is going to make more bicycle trails and paths and whatnot to ride on. You use it, right? Obesity goes down. It's not far-fetched. It's actually true. To recap, number one, outsourcing creates jobs, kills 5% of jobs, creates 40% of jobs, so it's still surplus. Taiwan labor conditions are very good. In fact, in some cases better than in the U.S. So outsourcing is ethical, definitely. Number 4, this decreases obesity. It helps lower obesity together with the TRB. Why not outsource then? That's my question. You go ahead, Ms. Joan. You do it. You outsource. You create more jobs in America. You help us all. And you help create a better America, create a better world. And while outsourcing. So go ahead and do it. Thank you for your time. And until next week, in a different segment of Pressing Issues with Stefan.